There's something deeply upsetting about it. Can't even say that with a straight face. I have mom brain. I have ADHD. I don't have a good working memory. I don't have a good memory in general. I'm a serial rereader. Hello, I'm Zoe and welcome back to my channel, Zoe's All Booked. If you're new here, welcome to the shit show and welcome to day 10 of Couchmas. So I've seen this going around on booktok and bookstagram and I figured, why the fuck not? Let's do it on my channel. We're going to be talking about my bookish red flags. I've got 10 of them here. Let's just get into these. I've got my little listy poo here because I would have 100% forgotten all of these if I didn't have them down. Red flag number 1, I keep the dust jacket on while reading. I don't think I've ever taken the dust jacket off. I don't think I ever will. And quite frankly, it's disturbing when people do that. It's not right. There's something deeply upsetting about it. Why? Couldn't fucking tell you. But there is. Red flag number 2. I did a reel and like TikTok and short whatever about this and people got upset a little bit. I flipped the book over as a bookmark. I said what I said. Out here reading a little book. Gotta get up. Boom. Fight me. Can't even say that with a straight face. Anyways, red flag number 3. I don't unhaul books. Ever. I have never unhauled a book because I didn't like it. The only time I've ever unhauled a book was the most upsetting thing in the entire world to me because it was a trilogy, like an omnibus of a trilogy, and within the last little bit, the book restarted, like from the copyright page. I never found out how that trilogy ended. And I will never find out how that trilogy ended because it was a Lurleen McDaniel trilogy, and if you know, you know. Those books are fucked up. I'll never read that again. And then the only other time I've gotten rid of books is the couple times I've done giveaways where I've had duplicates. So it doesn't happen, which is why my TBR challenge is so upsetting to me because I'm likely going to have to unhaul books. And I'm not okay with that. It is what it is. I'm going to have to be okay with it. I'm really not. Red flag number 4, along the same lines of not unhauling, I also don't DNF books. Ever. I don't think I've ever DNF'd a book that I haven't already read at least once before. There have been times where I've forgotten I was reading a book and years went past, but I always go back to it when I remember. I don't intentionally DNF books ever. Why? Because I'm a nosy bitch and I just need to know how things end. I will either skim or do something, but like I will never just skip right to the end. I need to know the sequence of events. I need to know what happens. And it kind of works. It's not like a huge deal because I'm a really fast reader. I need to know. I cannot put it down and walk away and have it not eat at me. Like intentionally not doing it. Forgetting is another thing. I have mom brain. I have ADHD. I don't have a good working memory. I don't have a good memory in general. If I forget, it's different. But I cannot intentionally set a book down and walk away from it because I don't like it. I've come close. I've come very, very close. But then I just start thinking about it. I'm trying to go about my day normally. And it's like, hey, remember me? Yeah, you want to know what's going on. You really do want to know what's going on. I don't care if I'm shit. I don't care if I'm pissing you off. You want to know what's going on. And I'm not going to let you rest until you find out what's going on. Is it a problem? Yes. Do I probably need to seek therapy for this? Yes. Will I? No. Will I start DNFing? Also no. I'm never going to DNF a book. Now that I say it, it's probably going to happen. And I don't even want to knock on wood because I want to see what book it is that's going to piss me off so much that I stop reading it. Because I've read some shit books that really I should have DNF'd, but I just needed to know how they went. Yeah, should have. But I didn't. And now I've got a vlog coming out. Day 21 of Couchmas. You can see my unfiltered thoughts about that book that I should have DNF'd. Anyways, number 5. Does this connect to number 4 at all? I don't know. I can't think. It's after 10 o'clock. It's past my bedtime. But here we are. I reread the same books over and over and over. I am a serial rereader. I am currently in the middle of rereading ACOTAR. I think it's the 5th or 6th time that I've read the first book, and that's like chill for me. I reread the Chronicles of Narnia probably every year. Actually, no, I think I might have missed last year. But this has been going on since grade 3? Grade 4? Yeah, I've read that whole series a ton of fucking times. Yeah, my aunt got me the first book in grade 3. That would have been 2001, 2002. I got The Magician's Nephew, the first Chronicles of Narnia book, when I was 8, and I'm 30 now. And I think I might have missed maybe 2 or 3 years. So I've read that book a lot of fucking times. The Click series, don't even start with me how many times I've read that. The biggest one, though, I lost count after over 50 times of rereading Harry Potter. That was... I would read that thing 3 times a year, the entire series. And I also got the first one when I was 8. No, I was 7. I started reading the first one when I was 7. So, what other ones? I can't see the books over there because the lights are right in my face. I'm a serial rereader. I read new books often, more often than I reread, but I reread a lot. I find comfort in the things that I know. Red flag number 6, and I've gotten some heat about this my entire life. I have gotten definite flack about this. I read while I'm eating, and I've wanted to do a video for so long, like kind of making fun of myself, but kind of like a how-to video on how to read while eating increasingly messy foods. If you want to see that, let me know. It might motivate me to actually fucking do it. I read every time I'm eating if I'm not eating with my kids or like other people. If it's just me and Kurt, he's probably watching a YouTube video and I'm reading, and then we talk about what we're reading or watching. If I'm eating by myself, I'm reading 100%. Typically not listening to an audiobook, but reading an actual physical book. I don't think there's a single food that I like eating that I have not been reading a book. When I say the things I've done to continue reading while I'm eating are criminal, I mean that, okay? There have been times where I've eaten a really, really messy burger or sandwich or something. 2 hands, shit dripping on my hands, like it's obscene what's happening. Like, I can just picture it right now. A double bacon cheeseburger with the mushrooms and the pickles. Oh my god. And ketchup. So good. But so messy, right? Eating that, 2-handed, I've had to flip pages with my elbow. I've used my nose. I've used my tongue. I have sat on this couch trying to eat and read, and I've used my feet. I've used my knees. If there is a body part that could flip a page, I've used it. Yes, I've used my forehead. It's massive. Of course I've used my forehead. Are you kidding me? Yes, I've gotten food on my books. And do I care? No, it's just a little added seasoning. A little spice. Red flag number 7 is gonna cause some controversy, methinks, because people have very strong feelings about this. I actually like deckled edges. I do. Like, I know so many people that fucking hate them because it's harder to read the book. The way that they stick together can make it very difficult. But I like them. Does that say something about me as a person and my level of mental health? Probably. I don't know. Is there a correlation? Couldn't tell you. For me, the look outweighs the potential annoyance of not being able to flip the pages easy. Red flag number 8. This does not make sense to me. It probably won't make sense to most people. Short books intimidate me more than long books. So I see videos all the time, like, books I have that scare me. Like, or that, like, I'm intimidated to read or whatever. And they're, like, the bricks. Like, this one. Oh my god, where's this one? I don't have the dust jacket on it, but this is the Witchwood Crown by Tad Williams. Oh, I see it. Beep beep. Wadlow. I don't know why this is off. Did I do that for a video? Oh, yeah, when I was trying to film my intro, I was going to use this, but it's blue and black, so it's kind of, like, recognizable. But then I ended up using A Court of Mist and Fury, and you can see clearly what book I'm reading, but it's fine. The Witchwood Crown by Tad Williams. This heckin' chonker. This is on my TBR. I finally finished the OG trilogy, so I can get to this soon. The glossary. This is the appendix and everything. 694 pages before getting into the appendix. This does not intimidate me at all. The longer the book, the better for me. Because we'll get actual good world building. We'll get all of the little details and shit that I love. But like, if I saw a fantasy book short like this, that's not part of a series and not like a little filler novella bridging the gap between one trilogy and the next, fucking terrified. Standalone fantasy that's less than 600 pages, terrifying to me. Because are we actually going to get world building? Am I going to like this book? Am I going to come out feeling unsatisfied? Usually, yes. I do not like standalone fantasy for that reason. For me to really, really enjoy a fantasy, I need 600 pages easy. Like the original trilogy for this one, the third book is over 1,000 pages long. Fucking love that series. So good. I need long ass books. My hair. Anyways, we're gonna ignore that and move on. Red flag number 9. Sometimes I buy the whole series before I even read the first book. And this actually has happened multiple times on my TBR. There are so many series I have where, because of the hype, I usually get the first one, then I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get them all and binge them. If I've read another series or at least one other book from an author and the series sounds like it's gonna be good, I'll get all the books and wait until I have them and then binge them. Or sometimes if I've read the first book but it was a long time ago and I just want to reintroduce myself into it and binge them all at once, I buy the whole series. Typically won't buy them new all at once because books are too fucking expensive for that now. So I find them as I go through used bookstores and I'll pick them up here and there, and it'll take me a long time to find them, but I need them all before I start reading them. Mostly because I'm impatient and I just want to binge things. Again, does that speak to my mental health? Probably. Do I care? No. And finally, just in time, because my husband is going to be home shortly and I gotta go unlock the door for him. Red flag number 10. This is the funniest one to me because, like, I seriously have a problem. This is why my husband said I needed rehab when we started dating. If I'm going somewhere and it's not socially acceptable to pull out a book and read, but it's more socially acceptable to pull out your phone and be on your phone. If I don't have an ebook for the book I'm reading, I take pictures of the pages. I used to do this when I worked at Starbucks, and we were really slow because a new one had opened right across the street from us. I don't fucking understand why. We were attached to an Indigo, and like a freestanding store with a drive-thru opened. It was a whole thing. We went from being one of the busiest stores in the area to the slowest. I'm talking 6 customers in a half hour was busy for us. So sometimes I would get a little in trouble if I had my book out. But I could hide my phone much easier. So I would take a bunch of pictures of the pages. I would just discreetly slip my phone out or just have it on the counter if no one could see it. And I would continue reading. I'm not fucking around. Like, I still have pictures of these. Like, this... screenshots from 2020 that somehow are still on my Google Photos that I haven't gotten rid of. Unhinged in the best possible way. Like, I got so much reading done like that. I would just zoom in and like just read and flip to the next picture. It was great. If I couldn't get an ebook and I didn't want to pay for one or it wasn't on... Oh, he's home. Shit. Oh my god, he's home. I didn't get a notification from the camera. And I thought I had a couple more minutes. Anyways, a lot of pictures like that. Family gatherings. I would always get in trouble for reading. But people can sit on their phone and be fine. So started doing it there too. Got a lot of reading done that way. I ran up the stairs and then down. I am so out of breath. And I cannot stop coughing right now. So we're just going to take a sippy poo here. And settle the fuck down. That's it. 10 bookish red flags. Do we need a part 2? Or is this just... too much? Or my green flags? What are like good habits? Do I have any green flags? I don't know. I don't think so. Let me know down below in the comments what some of your bookish red flags are, if you think mine are actually that bad, or if you would avoid me in public for some of these red flags. Or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones or red ones because of, you know, the red flags. Purple because it's my favorite color. As always, hi. To stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, TikTok, and Storygraph. I did that backwards. Instagram, Goodreads, TikTok, Twitter, Why can I not remember the order that I did those in? Anyways, those ones, all at Zoe's All Booked, which I will leave linked down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video so everyone else can join in on the madness, the chaos, the shit show. With that, we have come to the very end of the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I love you awesome nerds, and I will see you in the next one.